I gave this thing about this thing, all right? So now one of the things that I want to talk about is should you borrow money, right? It all depends, all right? So this national funding, call this guy Will, good guy, probably get you a loan. Same thing with the Sprout Company, Cabbage, they'll talk to anybody, they base it on, you get your bank statements. You send them like 6 months worth of bank statements to see how much you have in there, put in there every month, and then they'll loan you money. And they take it out on a certain day. And then Amazon, that's by invitation only. They decide if they want to loan you money or not. So you can't ask them for it. You either ask you or don't. But if it's a 3-month loan, I don't think it's worth it because you have to get the money, buy the inventory, get the inventory to Amazon, sell the inventory, get paid from Amazon before you have to make the first payment on the loan. It's just not enough time, and it's only one time, all right? Now, if you have Uncle Fred, got about 30 grand, he don't know what to do with, and if he puts it in the bank, he's going to get maybe 1.5% interest on it. If he wanted to loan it to you, you could pay him like 10% interest on it, right? Because it's going to cost you $3,000. But with that $30,000, you can buy inventory, sell it, buy it again, sell it, maybe turn it 3-4 times, and make a ton of money before you have to pay $3,000 to your uncle. Okay? But his risk is you might screw the whole thing up and never pay him back. At least in the bank, he's getting 1.5%, but he is guaranteed by the federal government that his money is safe and he gets his money back. I mean, Uncle Fred's not going to get a 1099 from you, right? You know what that is? You're not going to report to the Internal Revenue Service that he made $30,000. The bank is going to report that he made $30. No question. Most businesses are started with some kind of a loan from somewhere. You can try to get an FHA, Small Business Administration loan, right? But your credit score has got to be around 700, and you got to have a business plan, and you got to have all your ducks in a row. And they don't actually loan money; the bank loans you the money. But it's like an insurance policy, like an FHA mortgage. The Federal Housing Authority guarantees the loan. The same thing with the Small Business Administration. If the bank doesn't want to give you a loan, or a little bit like this, make it into an SBA loan, and they guarantee maybe 80% of it, something like that. But you have to give a personal guarantee. And any of these loans, you have to give a personal guarantee, right? There's a company, Fundwise, that just sent out an email. Did anybody see that?
Sorry?
Fundwise. Did you get an email from, they were at our conference. All right. They do it a little different. They charge you a fee of 4% for whatever money that you get approved for to borrow. What they do is they have these applications for 0% credit cards, and they send out about 400 of them in your name, all on the same day. So maybe this one, and this one, and this one approve you before the rest of them find out that you have already got 4 of them and they're not going to loan you anything, all right? And then whatever they get you approved for, you put in 4%. So now you have these 12-month interest-free credit cards, and you can, buy your inventory. But you better not miss a payment on time, because then the interest rate is going to kick in for whatever it is instead of 0. So,
Can you repeat that again? What you do is they get you credit cards?
yeah,
With 0 APR
yes, for 12 months,
for 12 months, and you pay them 4%.
right, as a fee. That's
That's
their
their
consulting fee, right?
To do the service.
Yep, yep.
And you're getting credit card with 0 interest.
Yes.
12 months
Yes,
of interest-free money.
yes,
That's great.
right.
So the money all dispersed once or cash flows?
No, you get a credit card.
Oh,
Yeah. You get a credit card. You get a credit card.
Oh, it's
And you charge on that credit card, you buy your inventory, you don't pay any interest for 12 months.
over 12 months.
Yeah.
So it's a year credit card you can use.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, they do it all at one shot so that nobody knows what anybody else is doing. And they always, oh, hey, well, boom here, boom here, boom here. It's crazy, but that's what they do. Huh? It's what, yeah. Crazy. I didn't do that. I throw my loans on World Savings. Got 2 points on the back end. It was stated income, stated assets. But talk about all that.
So the purpose of the credit card is what is your line of credit?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what it's for.
Yeah, 4 of them, yeah. So he says you got 25 grand, you get 100,000.
Is that even if you don't have the credit?
No, you have to have, well, I think they told me, I think 670, you need at least 670. It's not a great credit, but it's, yeah. And somehow they have a way to convert that to cash. They can get like 90% of it into cash if you want that instead of the credit card. Once you get the credit cards, and then there's if your business has been in business for a number of years and you have a credit rating with Dun & Bradstreet, right, for your business, then that's a different loan. And you get the credit cards in your name, or you get the credit cards in your business name, but you're still going to personally guarantee it with your Social Security number.
So how do you do that? How do you get registered?
Do what?
How do you get
Well, I found out over the years how to do it. You join Dun & Bradstreet. You join Dun & Bradstreet, and you ask them, once you're a member, then you ask for a credit report on your company. They don't have any information about your company. They send you an inquiry for you to send them information about your company. And you can write any story that you want and send it to Dun & Bradstreet, and that goes in your file. So when anybody else inquires about you to Dun & Bradstreet, that's the story that they get.
What about?
Huh?
What about?
Yeah. Huh?
By doing that, we're not looking for
Yeah. Well, the other thing is too is what I found out over the years. There's certain companies that report to Dun & Bradstreet on a regular basis. Their computers are just hooked up to send them the information. Like the utility companies, like the Federal Express, UPS. Companies that you don't spend a lot of money on, but they report to Dun & Bradstreet. So if you have more bills than you can ever imagine, all right, as long as you make sure that those particular bills from the companies that report to Dun & Bradstreet are paid, your credit looks good. You could owe all kinds of vendors all kinds of money and being, they're pounding on your door to get paid. Dun & Bradstreet doesn't know that. They get reported from a computer from these certain companies. right? So I figured that out a long time ago. But these companies here, the same thing goes with the bank accounts. Every one of them. You get your bank statement up, you make a file of it, you send them like 6 months worth of bank statements, and they see how much money you have deposited in there each month. They work it up and they say, here, you can borrow this much money. And these people are very workable, those two there. If you so desire, I'm not going to tell you to borrow money, but
These, how do their interest rates compare to the bank?
they're horrible. They're like loan sharks. Yeah. Payability. You have more knowledge of payability than me, right? Is payability the one that's the factor? Right. Yeah. Yeah. So what's the percentage? 2%? You know, I think maybe 2. In other words, you're going to get paid every 2 weeks from Amazon, right? If you hook up with this company, they'll pay you every day, but you're not going to get 100 cents on a dollar. You're probably going to get 98 cents on a dollar, right? Up to 80%, and then 20% comes at the end of the 2-week cycle. Right? So if you wanted to buy, if it was important for you to buy inventory every single day, that's how you can get the money every single day. We're lucky. We have been with Amazon so long now. We get paid every day. We go in and request whatever our sales were. If we want to do it every day, we could do it every day and get paid every day. So, but they don't do it anymore. So. Who's that? I don't know. But they're looking at your Amazon thing. If you consistently are getting $10,000 every 2 weeks from Amazon, they know that you know what I mean, that money's there. But they'll get it before you. I mean, I think Amazon pays them. So anybody got any questions about anything to do with any kind of financial things whatsoever? Open questions. Nobody? All right. Let me give it this thing I'm looking at right here. Right? Do you have a monthly financial statement? Anybody? No? Okay. It's your scoreboard. If you're the coach of a team and you don't know what the score is, you don't know what your strategy is. Okay? If you're 14 points ahead in the first quarter, your strategy is going to be different if you're 3 points behind and it's the fourth quarter. You're going to have a different strategy. So if you don't know what the score is, how can you possibly plan what you want to do with your business, right? So this financial statement here solves two problems. One is if you fill in these numbers every month, you'll come out with a profit down the bottom here. And you'll know if you're profitable or not profitable, all right? This will add up all your expenses and do, you know what I mean? And then it'll add it across. This is on the matrix. You can download this. And you'll know what your total is year to date, okay? On this form, number 8, so if you fill this out every month, you got your tax return basically done. You just take the numbers and copy them onto the line on here. Everybody understand? It's like no reaction. You don't understand? No. You see here, January, right? You have a beginning inventory. You have an inventory lab. You have a beginning inventory, right? You have what you purchased, right? The additional inventory that you purchased. You have labor. You have materials and supplies. You have boxes and tape and everything that you put the stuff in and sent it to Amazon, right? And you get with a total. Then you have your ending inventory. At the end of the month, it's an inventory lab, Jim. The FBA inventory, and it tells you what the inventory is, right? Subtract that. This does it automatically. It gives you your cost of goods sold. Now your income, all right? Your product sales, your refunds and rebates, cost of goods sold, less your gross profit. And you have your expenses. What did you spend on advertising, on office, on rent and utilities? If you fill this in from your checkbook every month, you'll know whether you made money or lost money that month. All right? And then you do February and March. And as you're going along, you'll know how much money you made each month and your year-to-date profit or loss will be in the last column. And then when at the end of the year comes and you have to do this tax return, the numbers are already there, right? You see number 18, office expense on here, right here. You see it? Look on here, number 18, office expense. You take whatever number's there, you put it in that line, all right? So by doing this every month, this will already be done. You just got to copy your numbers over from one place to the other. All right, you got it now? I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know when I came up with it. But yeah.
But we're at 35-42.
What's that?
Trick.
The what?
35.
Oh, I didn't give you the second sheet.
Oh, okay.
There's two sheets. No, there's 2 pages of this, and the second page calculates your cost of goods sold. So, all right. So, did you learn something today, or what from it? I don't know. Yeah. If you want to try filling this in and email it to me, I'll go over it with you. I'll get you on the phone. We'll bring it up on the screen, and we can go over it because there's so much more than this. This is. Well, I think Sam went over some stuff yesterday. I was walking through here, and he had the inventory thing. He was showing you if you reinvested the money from the inventory, how it would grow. Right? I made that spreadsheet. So, hey, bro, give me.
Oh,
but if you go on
But does it go on to another?
IRS.gov, you can print all these forms.
Oh, this is 35-42.
Goes on page 2.
That's our information.
Yeah.
That's not for the government.
No, it is for the government. There's 2 pages to this report. I only gave you the first page.
Okay, gotcha.
It goes on the second page.